Hello and good day viewers. Once again, welcome to the Enqueue Sports YouTube channel. Now we have talked in detail about the standard footballs. Today it is time for us to shift our focus towards the futsals or the indoor footballs as you call them. Because under the present circumstances, a lot of indoor activities are taking place due to the COVID-19 situation. Grounds and stadiums and academies and clubs are all shut down for safety reasons. So people are preferring indoor sports and staying indoors. So we are going to be talking about the indoor football today. The indoor football is popularly known as futsal, and there are a few differences between football and a futsal. Now, this is a futsal. If you look at it, it looks absolutely the same as a football, which is here in your picture. This is a standard size 5 football. This is a futsal, which is a size 4 ball. Now there is a difference between size 4 footballs and size 4 futsals. The size 4 futsals are slightly smaller as compared to the size 4 footballs. Do you get me? So the size 4 futsal is somewhere between a size 3 and a size 4 football. If you see closely, it says here size 4. It's a size 4 ball. Whereas this one is a size 5 football. Now what is the main difference between these two balls? If you look at them, they are the same, but the size is the difference as I told you. This one is around about 62 to 64 centimeters in circumference. This one is about 68 to 70 centimeters in circumference. And they are both made up of synthetic leather or polyurethane or several other materials, the aniline leather and all sorts of materials that are going around in the football manufacturing industry popularly in the present day. So this was one of the main myths that I've just cleared about the footballs, that the size 4 futsal is different as compared to a size 4 football. Now, another thing which really makes this futsal different from a football is the level of bounce. As you can see, I'm going to bounce both of these balls and tell you the difference. This is a football. See, it bounces to around about 105 to 110 centimeters height. Whereas this ball here, it just bounces to about 55 to 65 centimeters in height. Now, why is this difference? Now, myth number 2 is that this ball, it's a myth that this ball is heavier than this ball, and for that reason it bounces less. Now, that is absolutely incorrect. Actually, this ball is lighter. This is about 390 to 430 grams when inflated, whereas this one here is about 60 grams heavier. So, what is the reason that this ball bounces lower as compared to this one? The reason being that the vulcanized bladders that these balls have on the inside are the same. But in this ball, the vulcanized bladder is stuffed with either cotton or thick foam lining, which makes this ball spongier. It makes it it gives it a heavy feel, even though it isn't heavy on the scale, but it gives it a heavy feel. Whereas this one feels a lot lighter, even though it is heavier on the scale. And due to this low bounce characteristic of the futsal, it is mostly used as a skill ball or as a practice ball by professional footballers, because it helps them in developing their tactics, their passing skills, their agility, because this ball sticks to the feet more easier and for a longer time as compared to this ball. So when a player practices with this ball, he gets a lot more control over the ball. So when he goes and plays with this ball, it's going to feel a lot easier. And these were the main differences between these two balls. Now, of course, the playing areas for these two sports, these two different sports I would call, futsal and football, are absolutely different. Football is played on a grassy field. Futsal is played on a concrete material, or a concrete floor, or a hard indoor floor, or a wooden floor. And of course, you need a slightly smaller ball over there. And if kids are playing the kids futsal, I'm talking about, then the ball is again slightly smaller as compared to this one. It becomes a size 3, so about, you can say, 5 to 6 centimeters smaller in circumference as compared to this ball. Now, some other properties of this ball, if you talk about them, this is another model of the futsal ball. Now again, if you compare these two balls, this ball comes with stitching. It is handmade, it is hand stitched. You can see the seams going around between the panels of this particular ball, the 16 panels. And if you look at this ball, you are not going to spot a single stitch, a single seam, which means, of course, that this is a thermally bonded ball, whereas this one here is not a thermally bonded ball. It is a hand stitched ball. So this is something which is also the case in the normal size 5 football. There is even a league known as the Indoor Football League that originated in America some years ago. So this sport has really become popular around the globe. And there is also a world tournament, a sort of a futsal World Cup that is conducted. And normally teams like Brazil and Spain and Mexico and Portugal are the champions of that particular World Cup, because these countries really prosper in this particular sport. And this is one of the reasons why this sport has really boomed so much globally. So it's not far away, the time isn't far away when this futsal is going to be somewhere at par with the football. So what a standard futsal ball does is that it enhances the footballer's skills to play the football at higher levels, and it increases the player's confidence as well, because the passing abilities and the footwork really improves a lot when you play with this particular ball. And of course, the shoe which you use to play with this ball is not the same as the one which is used to play the normal football, which looks something like this. But the one with which we play futsal looks like this. It is flat from the bottom, absolutely flat, and pretty much resembles a running shoe except for the shape. And it is also a low profile shoe, so it is extremely close to the ground, so that your feet stay closer to the ball, because as you all know, this ball bounces a lot lower as compared to the standard football. So you have to be as close to the ground as possible. So this shoe, this particular non-marking sole, enables you to stay as close to the ground and stay extremely light, and also develop your skills. So this was one of the biggest differences between the two games called futsal and football. I hope that I've managed to clear these few myths associated with these two games, which are actually quite different to one another. Nowadays, it is the trend to play indoor games, so futsal is really taking effect. And I would just like to add that if any one of you wants to get these futsals, any of these futsals, you're most welcome to come to Enqueue Sports or order us online and get their hand on one of these beautiful balls. Apart from this, for our foreign customers as well as local customers, we also manufacture footballs, so you can place your orders for footballs if they are in bulk quantity, of course, with any coloring, any logo combination, any material of your choice. We will never say no. We will always oblige and deliver the goods. So this was it for the day. I hope we managed to cover a very important aspect today. So stay subscribed to us and keep providing your feedback, keep giving us ideas, and like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, And of course, stay safe and take care of yourself as well as your near and dear ones. So until the next show, until the next video, goodbye.